Tarot, and today I'm going to be talking to you about Taurus women. Most of you guys know, if you've watched my channel, that my mom is a Taurus Gemini cusp. My best friend, who is a Gemini sun sign, but she's a Taurus moon. And I have other friends and associates that are Taurus women as well, that I have significant relationships with or had significant relationships with as well. So not only is this my job professionally, but I have that connection with Taurus women. So this may be helpful for you in learning something about yourself. If you are a Taurus woman, let me know if you agree with what I have to say in the comment section below. And this could even be helpful if you're trying to date a Taurus or pursue one, or maybe if you're married or already in a relationship with a Taurus woman. This could definitely be helpful for you as well. So let's get into this, guys. Taurus women are incredibly independent, all right? A Taurus woman can do anything by herself. She does not need any help from anyone. She usually is one of the strongest people, or considered to be like one of the strongest people in the family dynamic. A lot of times people in their families can forget that they do have a soft or sensitive side to them. They can tend to forget that they're not always as strong as they may seem, and that sometimes they also need people to count on, because they tend to be the ones in their family that everyone goes to for things or is very helpful in their family dynamic, right? They are a lover of all things that are beautiful. Okay. Taurus women, they love beautiful things. So shiny things, beautiful things. Usually a Taurus woman will gravitate to beautiful people in her life. She will be 9 times out of 10 very, very physically appealing, beautiful. For some reason, Taurus women are incredibly beautiful people physically. They take very, very good care of themselves. They pride themselves on having like name brand stuff. They can be pretty materialistic. And because they like things to be beautiful, they're very, very hard on themselves about their own physical beauty. So they can have sometimes sort of low self-esteem. A Taurus woman may not be able to view herself the way that the rest of the world sees her. So the rest of the world could look at her and say, oh my God, you're so gorgeous. And a Taurus woman will be like, just super hard on themselves about their physical appearance, about the work that they do, how much work that they put in, about their finances. They're very good with money. They go, their homes have to have a certain cleanliness to them. They like things to be in order. They don't really work well if their homes are not in order or have some semblance of order to them. Even if they don't necessarily acknowledge that their house has to be a certain way, if their house is kind of dirty or unorganized, it really does take a toll on them. And so usually a Taurus woman will go out of her way to make sure that her home is a peaceful place for her. Okay, so she's going to make sure her house is clean. Taurus women love food. They are foodies. They love to eat new food, good food, whatever. They like to go out to eat. They like to cook. They're usually really good cooks because they like to eat so much. And that also makes them someone, because they're so hard on themselves, that can work out a lot or focus on their physical body because they like to eat. So they want to maintain a certain weight for the most part. A Taurus woman may be more susceptible to plastic surgery and things like that because of their body image issues, and always wanting to be perfect. You know, they have a very perfectionism type of personality. Okay. They're extremely stubborn. Oh my God. If you piss a Taurus woman off, I promise you, you will bend before she does. She will not bend and she will not break. Her level of stubbornness will surpass your own. So if you are trying to be a friend with a Taurus or date a Taurus and you have issues with compromise, you're probably going to be the one to have to compromise with a Taurus before they compromise with you. Okay. You're going to have to be the one that bends because they usually will not. All right. They have very firm boundaries and they expect you to walk the line. They expect you to toe that line very well. Okay. They're very, very patient people and they're very persistent. So if they want something, they will build and build and build and work at it while they're doing other things and know that eventually that will come to them and they will get what they want. Okay. They're very sensual people. Taurus women love foreplay. They love to be touched and public displays of affection and cuddling and things like that. They want you to acknowledge their presence when they are with you. So if you're trying to date a Taurus woman and you're not affectionate, it probably won't last long because she likes to be cuddled or touched or her presence acknowledged as if it's something that you're attracted to. All right. Especially because of the body image issues. All right. And I'm not saying that all Taurus women have a lack of self-confidence. That's not it. But usually, even if they're very confident in themselves physically, they may not be confident in some other area of life in the way that they should be. You know, they don't see themselves as amazing as the rest of us see them. They are a very take the bull by the horns type of person. So they will just go for it. You know, they'll jump into something and make it work. You know, a Taurus woman is self-sufficient. So if she wants something, she's going to go get it. She's not going to wait for you to give it to her. She's not going to, sit around and twiddle her thumbs and pray about it. She's logical. She's going to make sure it happens. All right. And they are the planet that's ruled by Venus. Okay. Venus is the planet of love. It's also the planet of money, but it's a fixed, Taurus is a fixed sign. So remember what I said about fixed. Fixed is like being fixated with something. When a Taurus woman is set on an idea, that's what it is, 100%. There's no push or pull or changing her mind. She is that dog with the bone. When she's on something, hell or high water, that's what it is. Okay, so they will, and that can be kind of to their detriment, especially if they're wrong. If they're wrong, you have to prove that they're wrong. And they don't like to be told no. They don't like to be told that they're wrong. And most of the time they're not. They're usually pretty spot on. But when they are wrong, they still will be fixated on it. It may take them a while to come back and even admit that they were wrong, if they admit it at all. Okay. A lot of times with a Taurus woman, if they are wrong for something, instead of apologizing, they'll just kind of push it under the rug and want to keep moving forward. All right. Or like in friendships, even if they're wrong about something, either they will cut the friendship off and just move on, or they will act like it never happened and want to just move forward, not really want to discuss it or like unpack that baggage there. They definitely are amazing mothers. Taurus women are incredible moms. They are very hands-on with their kids. They usually are making sure that their kids are fed, that their kids don't go hungry, things like that. A Taurus woman, if you have a Taurus mother in any way, I'm pretty sure you ate really good as a kid. Usually because either they like to cook or they're eating really good meals, extravagant food, that sort of thing. All right. And they're very, very loving. They will hug their kids, touch on, just give them and let the kids know that they are appreciated and loved. And they expect to have that from their children. Those hugs and that time and that love. They're very nurturing, that sort of thing. Now, they are physically and emotionally strong. Okay. A Taurus woman probably started her life as more of a tomboy type of thing, or as she got older, she became more tomboyish, meaning like they have the girly flair for sure. Absolutely. But they can put on tennis shoes and play basketball or, like do things that men or boys would see as, something that you would see as a thing that boys would do. Taurus women will do it too, and they'll be good at it, whether it's like playing basketball or being outside or what have you, but they're almost like the queens of the switch up, because as much as they can be a tomboy and get out there, get dirty or get shit done, equally, they can put on some high heels and a dress and be beautiful and sexy, and they exude a sex appeal that sometimes they don't even know, sometimes they don't acknowledge or are unaware of how sexy that they can be. And when they are, when they do acknowledge or when they realize like, man, I have this sexy type of flair, sometimes they can use it for their detriment in a way, because it can be used as a tool for manipulation. Taurus women like to get what they want. They do not take no well. So they will use whatever tools are at their disposal to get what they want. They definitely care what people think way too much. They are people pleasers by nature. They want the people that they love and the people around them to be happy. And so a lot of times that comes with sacrificing their own happiness in order for that to be possible. And so with a Taurus woman, she may find herself sacrificing for her family, for her children, for her lover, that sort of thing, the things that she wants in her life in order to make sure that they have the things that they want, and she will take some semblance of pride in the fact that her sacrifice makes them happy. But on the inside, there's always that piece of her that may feel, I don't want to say resentful, because I don't think that they're resentful people, but maybe like, man, I wish I could have done what I wanted to do, A Taurus woman, because she's such a great mom and she's nurturing and all of that, like she will make sure that her children live the same lifestyle that she lives. If she lives good and she eats good, her kids are living good and her kids are eating good. She likes name brand stuff, so her kids have to represent her in that way too. So her children will probably equally have name brand things or really good, opportunities presented to them, because she's going to go out and create those opportunities for them. They definitely love money. They love making their own money, and they like lavish gifts. They like money being spent on them or things, showing that interest, and most of the time, a Taurus woman is not going to deal with a bum. She's not going to be with somebody that she has to take care of, because especially if she has children, she does not want to be with somebody that she has to take care of. And if that's the way that you come across, eventually she will go her own way and you guys will break up anyway, because she is someone who feels like you should be treating her a certain way. You know, she is definitely super loyal in relationships when she's with you. But if you show that you're someone that becomes a burden rather than an asset in her life, she will have no problem discarding you and being like, yo, if it's between you and me, it's going to be me. You know, she will save herself and save her children from someone that is taking, and not giving anything in return, which I feel like every woman should be that way. They are extremely set in their ways. If you are trying to change them in any way, if you're trying to change their mind, their opinion, you know, what they believe, it's a very difficult job. Okay, I would just suggest you leave it alone. A lot of times they will come to whatever change that needs to be made in their lives on their own. But if you try to force it, you're going to get the pushback of your life. Like, a Taurus woman is not about to play with you and allow you to come in and think that you're going to change them or make them, you know, different in any way. Even if it's a change that they know that they probably should have, there's still a difficulty that they have with changing certain things in their lives. Okay. They do have a small tendency to be selfish. And I don't think the selfishness comes out necessarily with their children a lot of times, but it can. You know, if it's like, oh, their kid wants an iPad and they want, you know, something else, or they need to spend that money somewhere else, you know, they'll spend it on themselves first. But they will eventually make sure that their kid gets what they want or what they need. And a lot of times that just comes from that people-pleasing sort of nature, not wanting someone that they love to go without. So, yes, they can be selfish, but they're also giving. And I know that that's like such a crazy duality. Yes, they're selfish, but yes, they will give you the shirt off their back. Like, and it's funny that way. A lot of them are introverts. A lot of Taurus women are introverts. And to a degree, like, yes, they may work with the public and in some way have to be expressive to other people. But as far as like close friendships, usually they don't have a lot, you know. And if they do, their close friendships, they have like one or two people that they kind of click with, and they may be friends for life, but they don't necessarily need to be with or around that person all day, every day, you know, that sort of thing. They can tend to like want to be alone, not want to be bothered, you know, that sort of thing. Like, they need a day. Taurus women are extremely jealous and very possessive. When it comes to relationships, a Taurus woman, what belongs to her belongs to her. She is not about to share with you. They can take a lot, and it may take them a little bit more to actually move on from a relationship. So they do tend to take more than they should, because it takes them longer to kind of release themselves sometimes from relationships or commitments. But listen to me when I say that if you are together with a Taurus woman, she does not like their levels of jealousy can be heightened. You know, she doesn't want you dancing with other women. She doesn't want you, you know, liking other girls' pics on social media, you know, things like that. because she can look at that and say, well, what is it that she has that I don't have? And that's that lack of, self-confidence, not realizing how amazing or how beautiful they actually are. They can be greedy. What's theirs is theirs. And they don't want to share. Period. Point blank. Okay. They are also a little bit emotionally closed off. So there could be, with your Taurus woman, like a place that you're never able to kind of get into. And you may have to be with her for a really, really long time before she ever fully opens up to you. And she may never. She may always hold herself very tightly to the point where she does not fully open up to you and allow you in. And that's just something that you're going to have to be okay with. You can't poke, you can't prod. You have to just learn to let her live and do what she does best. She, as a Taurus woman, is incredible. She will make sure that you guys never financially fall off. She will always have your back, but if you put her in a position to choose herself or to choose you, she's going to choose herself. So just make sure that you're aware of that. Don't put her in a position where you feel like where she feels like she's backed into a corner, because she will come out fighting. Okay. Taurus women are really, really resilient. They make shit happen when they feel like there's no way, or, other people are looking at the situation like it's bleak and they don't know how they're going to get out of something. They figure it out. They always land on their feet. They have like 27 lives or some shit, like Taurus women make it work. I don't know how. I have seen it and it is amazing. It is, I think that's one of my favorite qualities about them, that they are super resilient against all odds. Everything can be against them and they will still come out on top. It's a really amazing quality to have. So I hope that this was helpful for you guys. If you like this video, please comment, let me know what you thought. If there's anything that I left out or that you think should be in this video, put it in the comment section down below. All right. I love you guys. Please like, share, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post new videos. Peace, love, and blessings to you always. Bye-bye.